This is Jen Wexler, director of The Ranger, and you're watching Without Your Head.
When did the idea of Culture Shock come about? And were you always involved in the writing of it?
No, actually. James and Efren, the original writers of the script, had sent this to the studio Blumhouse before I was there. And basically, Blumhouse acquired this script, and that's when they started looking for, for directors who can tackle such a script and who can do their own pass. So when I read it, I was like, oh my God, I need to do this. Like, I need to be part of this film. And I really felt very passionate about it and very excited to have my first feature and have it be not just with Blumhouse, but be a very important, timely story that, has a lot to do, unfortunately, with what we're living with today with the border crisis. And just really have an authentic Mexican voice tell the story. It just seemed like a very good opportunity. So, when it was time to pitch, I promised Blumhouse to let me do a Mexican pass at it and make it as authentic as possible, and that it really won't disappoint. It'll go appreciated a long way, adding the authentic layers to it. And they were very excited, and they just let me go for it. So I'm just really, really happy that it's out there and it's getting such a great response. And the subject matter, I mean, it's very important. What we're going through is so ugly right now, and it was that was one of the bigger things that I really wanted to change on the script, was to be as in your face about it as possible, like as much as we can, and not be so vanilla about it. If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. I think that's why Get Out is so good. It just goes balls to the walls in your face about the situation. Like it doesn't at all care about crossing the line, and I think that's powerful. I think that's amazing.
Yeah. Do you think that's why it really is important that like a movie like this need a director or a Mexican director, but it's something that's personal to you, so you're going to go all out with it?
For sure. Look, I think that's definitely how the film industry, fortunately, is very much continues to change, and I can't wait to see it change further. But we're really considering and recognizing the voices that are meant to tell these stories, that are made for these kinds of stories, with the background of these kinds of stories, right? And so the more diverse and more inclusive we can be, I think that's how we are going to make not just better stories, but also challenge audiences to watch these kinds of movies. I think spoon feeding audiences with simple stuff, it's not because the audiences they are what carry our movies. So if we're not challenging them with authentic, real, mature films, then what's the point, right? So I think it's very important to definitely have people of that descent be in a higher up position, in a creative position.
This is Barbara Crampton, and you're listening to Without Your Head.